It happened during a time when I was working night shifts, barely sleeping, and constantly exhausted. One night, after a 14-hour shift, I collapsed into bed. I woke up in my room, unable to move. My door, which I always closed, was wide open, revealing a long, flickering corridor that shouldn't have existed. The walls were stained, the floor cracked, and at the far end, a dark silhouette stood motionless. My heart raced as I realized it was watching me. The figure began to approach, its movements glitching and unnatural. Its pale, stretched face seemed to shift, with hollow pits for eyes that bore into me. As it drew closer, the lights dimmed, and I heard it whisper my name, dragging it out in a guttural, rasping voice. "Louise," it floated, its bony hands reaching out, its breath cold and foul. When it was mere inches from me, its mouth opened impossibly wide, revealing jagged teeth, and a horrible, inhuman sound filled the room. Just as its hands were about to touch me, everything snapped back to normal. The corridor was gone, and I sat up, drenched in sweat. Shaken, I tried to convince myself it was a nightmare, but when I looked at the door, my blood ran cold. Deep, jagged scratch marks marred the wood, marks that hadn't been there before. I've since moved out of that house, but sometimes, as I drift off to sleep, I swear I see the faint outline of that corridor in the shadows. And every so often, I hear it whisper my name again.